So everyone, this is the fabled Switch 2 Direct video. Originally we were going to do the reaction, but we couldn't line it up with our schedules, so we ended up just both watching it individually. So yeah, we're essentially how we're going to do this is we're just going to kind of skip through the important bits and we'll kind of discuss everything that's going on and our thoughts on the whole thing. So what timestamp did you say again? 33 seconds we're going to start at?
33 seconds. Once again, I am here. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so the direct happened. Just before we kick off with the direct, just give me your thoughts on the direct as a whole.
As a whole?
What did you think about it? Yeah, because I know you managed to watch it live.
I watched it live, that's right. Probably the first, I was about to say first two acts. The first, like, 2/3, I should say. I mean, there's obviously Mario Kart at the beginning, but apart from that, I just don't really care. Then we got to Kirby Air Riders, and I legitimately started crying. Overall, I think it's fine overall, but the good parts are the best direct moments we've had in years.
So, speaking of best direct moments, I just had a look at the video timeline. Do you want to know what the most replayed part is?
Let me guess. It starts with an S?
It does start with an S. Do you want to know what comes after the S?
I, potentially?
Yes.
L?
And then L, K, S, O, N,
G.
Yep. Anyway,
Tomodachi Life 2.
We will get to that, believe me.
Yeah.
when the time is right. But
you're going to have a whole rant section about that the same way I'm going to have a rant section about Air Riders, aren't you?
But before we start our discussion about the direct, it's probably important that we address the controversy regarding the pricing of things. Do you mind if I?
Yep, you start things off. You start things off. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, first of all, we are both Australian, so. Everybody.
What you should know, what you need to know is, for whatever reason, Australian prices for these sort of things tend to be a bit lower. Like, I've done the conversions before. Tears of the Kingdom in America launched at about, I don't know, close to 100 Australian, but here it was only about 80 Australian. So, like, it's slightly less here. We probably should preface by saying that.
Yeah. However, what's happening with the Switch 2 is that, from what it seems like, a lot of the big games that are coming out, particularly Mario Kart, are over $100 here, which is a lot for a party game. I personally don't think I have too many problems with the console's pricing itself. Like, I have pulled up here the Xbox Series X and PS5 prices, and they're both pretty similar. Now, I know, of course, the Switch 2 is not of the same power as those. However, I feel like the Switch 2 will, unlike the PS5, have games. So, therefore, it is better.
And the thing is,
same thing with the Xbox Series X.
Well, I was going to say, too, the problem with PS5 is, yes, it can play PS4 games, but I would say the vast majority of games the PS4 has to offer, they're not all that replayable. Nintendo games are infinitely replayable for the most part. That's the difference I see.
That's another thing. However, I will say that $100 here for a party game is kind of absurd. Like, I'm used to not buying games on Steam if they're more than like $50. So
here's
$100.
I'm going to counter that though, because
okay,
I completely disagree with the controversy surrounding the price. I think, quite frankly, it's a brilliant price point. Like, $700 Australian for the console. Obviously, that was always going to be the case. Like, it was always going to be.
Comment section is going to be
I know.
Fire.
Hey, at least we'll get engagement. Yeah, come on, guys, give us your hate comments so we can get engagement.
Please keep the discussions in the comments civil. We want to
No,
start.
I want to see Mad Max levels of warfare in the comments.
It was
It was
always
always
the worst. Please don't. I will cry.
I won't. I am much stronger than he is, as you'll learn when we get to
Nah,
Kirby Air Riders.
I'd cry.
What was I
Alright.
going to say? So, the console was always going to be 650 to 700 Australian. Like, that's just... That's inevitable. Consoles go up in price each generation. With the games, on average, first-party title... Well, Mario Kart World is 120 Australian, and other first-party titles seem to be 110 Australian. Here's the thing. I have no problem with that price point because I don't think going, oh, it's a party game, it's not worth that much. How much replay value do you get out of a party game? Like,
It will,
sure,
but at the same time, I'm only really gonna play Mario Kart with other people, and not being a huge multiplayer guy and having that be the big system seller to begin with. I
true.
feel like
But Mario Kart is Nintendo's best-selling franchise. Keep that in mind. And like,
absolutely,
especially
that
especially with this massive open world. And like, here's the thing: they're developing for 4K. Like, we have 4K resolution on Nintendo. Finally, that's only taken what forever.
yeah.
Production costs for games are gonna go up because of that. That's inevitable. Like, I mean, we saw the same thing happen with HD games development. Like, it went up to 60 USD average.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
it's
like I just don't get the whole complaining about the price point, because here's the thing, like, let's say Mario Kart World here is $120. From what I've seen, I don't have a PS5 yet, but from what I've seen, PS5 games here seem to be about 125 on average.
Yeah,
like, at launch.
I've just got Steam pulled up actually, just to sort of bounce off of what you were saying. That like over here, big AAA titles, we are used to paying more money for. I'm not saying that's good or should be the standard, but I am saying this isn't that new for us. Like, I've got Steam, I've got my Steam wish list up here. Ghost of Tsushima, $90. Lies of P, 80. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is 116. God of War Ragnarok 94. Like Monster Hunter Wilds 104, Doom: The Dark Ages 120, and I could go on, but like these big AAA games,
And
they are
here's
priced high.
here's the thing with it. I actually think Nintendo games deserve that price point much more than other companies, because like I said, Nintendo games have a lot more replay value. You get a lot more out of them from my experience.
I think at the end of the day, like if the game's good, I'm perfectly happy to
it's
pay a lot of money for it. Like I'm gonna jump on that Doom: The Dark Ages pre-order pretty soon because I cannot wait for that game. But when it comes to things like I don't know, like Donkey Kong, which we'll get to, which does look really good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not. It's hard to tell just from this direct whether or not these games are worthy of that price as of yet.
I think they will be.
Like Mario Kart World looks fantastic, and we'll get to that discussion, but I wouldn't personally pay. And I mean, unless Nintendo changes their strategy, like what if they start putting their stuff on sale?
They won't. That is a bad business idea. Nintendo's business model has always been like impeccable. Like, there's a reason. Any other company, like, think about the amount of failures Nintendo's had. The GameCube, the Virtual Boy, the Wii U. If any other company had that many...
Was the GameCube a failure?
It wasn't a failure, but it did not meet, like, quota even remotely. Like, it might as well have been a failure. Like,
it had to compete with, like, the
It had to
OG
compete with the
Xbox
PS2 and the original Xbox. Like, it was not standing a chance, which is really sad because I love the GameCube.
Yeah.
But where was I? I lost my train of thought.
No, it's all good. You were talking about. Anyway, so Mario Kart World.
Yeah, let's just get past the price point, because let's not spark any more debate in the comments. So Mario Kart World. So I'm just gonna press on the trailer so you guys can kind of see it. I might even mute it. Mario Kart World, because I'm going to be pausing it constantly anyway, so to discuss things, and like, you don't need to see it because you've seen it before. But yeah, Mario Kart World, it looks.
You know what? I actually just keep talking. I'm just gonna pull up a game and just play that while you talk.
Oh my god, calm down. Yeah, like Mario
if I
Kart,
can.
it looks so good. Like, visually, stunning. And, like, gameplay-wise,
Yeah.
obviously the most unique in the franchise to date. Like, the whole driving between, like, with the big open world. Like, I'm not the biggest Mario Kart person. I think I probably have about 50 hours Nate Deluxe, and, like, even then, I don't have the DLC. So, don't herald me as, like, this massive Mario Kart fan, because I'm not. But I think this game has the potential of turning me into one.
I definitely feel like if any, Mario Kart game was going to be not to start a price discussion again, but if we were going to pay a little bit extra for a Mario Kart game, this is going to be it.
This is the one. I mean, like,
I mean, the amount of new stuff in it too. Like we've got so many unique new mechanics.
I know.
We have like grinding on rails. We
Yeah.
have the open world in a like a kart racing game. Is this the first kart racing game to do an open world?
No,
or
I
has one
think
done before this?
I think one of the Sonic racing games did it, and Kirby Air Ride, which we'll get to later, that had the whole city trial game mode, which was kind of open world. So yeah, it's not like this brand new thing, but yeah,
Yeah.
it looks good. It looks so good.
It does look good, and graphically, like you were saying, it looks amazing, and I can't wait to give it a go. I think it's definitely going to be the best Mario Kart, topping 8 Deluxe.
Okay,
Probably
controversial
not
opinion.
in terms of sales.
This is going to show everyone how not a Mario Kart fan I am. My favorite Mario Kart game is Mario Kart 7.
Well, I have to disagree with you on that one, but I that your opinion.
Everyone's allowed their own opinion except for J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk.
Yeah, let's not go there either.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that out of the video.
Okay, good.
Or am I?
Yeah, but there's a lot of things about Mario Kart World that I think just look like infinitely better than 8. Like, for one thing, the levels.
Yeah, the actual track design. Like, I love the way Wario Shipyard looks. Like, I watched the Treehouse presentation. It looks so good. Speaking of
one of the things. Oh yeah.
Sorry. I just want to say, speaking of unique features, I love the whole outfits mechanic and like the way that's kind of working. Like, it just looks. It feels like something they should have done a while ago.
I don't like that they're all separate characters, but I do like the outfits.
I have a feeling that's going to change in the final game. I feel like that's just the kind of pre-release form of the game.
Maybe?
I'm going to interrupt for a second as well. The cow from Moo Moo Meadows being a playable character, that is like...
That might be my main.
Honestly...
But I'm going to be completely honest.
I'm a pretty diehard Rosalina main, but even this... And made Fishbones as well, honestly. The character roster.
Fishbones is such a weird choice. Like,
I know.
Like, surely there's humanoid Mario Kart or like Mario characters that haven't been put in Mario Kart yet. Like, surely
there are, and they have put them in the game. But like, the thing is, it's like the piranha plant in Smash Ultimate, except it's every character. If we don't get Moo Moo in Smash 6, I'm gonna be sad.
I don't think we're gonna see that, but we can always hold out hope.
Yeah,
we can dream. I think that the also like I think it just sort of goes without saying that everything on the Switch 2 visually looks really, really good.
Yeah,
like the first moment to me that really stood out as, wait a second, this is, something new and different and better looking.
The water
was
physics?
When we first... Water physics.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they knocked it out of the park. Seriously. Those water physics in Mario Kart, I've very rarely seen water that looks that good in games. Like, especially on that's the best water has ever looked on a Nintendo console, obviously. But
Yeah.
we also have to think about, just games in general. I don't think there's a ton of games I can think of that have water that looks as high quality as that. And the fact that it's all dynamic with like the weather systems and stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Um,
So good. They put a lot of work into it.
So, do you have anything else to say about Mario Kart World, or do you want to move on?
It looks good. It's definitely going to be the definitive Mario Kart game.
Yeah.
Do you want crossover characters like 8 had?
I basically had I had an idea where like they have the crossover characters as DLC, as like this like island off to the side somewhere.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Like you could so easily just have like the Hyrule Island.
Yeah.
The
But
like the Kirby Island.
Not have it necessarily that each island is its own franchise. Like you could, well, each island is its own franchise, but not every Grand Prix is its own franchise. Like you go between the islands with multiple stages.
Not gonna lie though, I would really like just to see Breath of the Wild's Hyrule shrunk down and turned into a Mario Kart map. That'd be kind of fire.
Be really cool. Imagine like you ride on the Demon Dragon at one point.
Oh yes, please. That'd be so cool. Anyway, I feel like that's kind of all we have to say on Mario Kart.
Yeah. So what's next in the game chat? I mean, we can gloss over that. Like, it's Discord for the Switch. I mean,
we've had it since the 360.
Yeah, and like it's Nintendo embracing features from 20 years ago. Woohoo!
Yeah. I can't wait for people to yell racial slurs at me while playing Mario.
I know. I love racial slurs in Mario Kart. What else is there to talk about? What's the next game? Okay. Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Nintendo, what the hell?
That is the worst part of the Direct.
There's no way I would buy this game if it wasn't bundled with the console or free on the eShop. Actually, you know what? No, they would have to pay me to play this. It looks it
doesn't like it's in a game.
It looks like it was made in Labo's game builder garage thing.
Like, I'm pretty sure the first time I saw you after the Direct, I literally said that it's just like an instruction manual with like it's a digital instruction manual with some mini games.
The way I see it is it's Astro's Playroom with all the personality taken away.
Yeah, like there's zero charm, zero showcase of well, the other thing too, it's so strange because like in the Direct they were like, oh, here in this game you can mess around with the features on the console, and it's like, yeah, but you literally just showed this all off.
Yeah.
Like if people want to see what the console can do, they can just pull up a video. Pull up the video.
And like I have a feeling that would do a better job explaining it anyway.
Just bring the Direct up where they announced the game.
Yeah.
That shows all of the things that you're promoting in the game. It's really weird.
I think Dragon Drive is honestly a better showcase of the Mousecom features, and we'll get to that in a second.
I'm not gonna play it, but it looks cool. I mean, we don't really have anything else to talk about.
Yeah,
about the
let's move on.
That thing. Let's not
just quickly. The game cartridges being red. I haven't seen anyone talk about the most important thing about the game cartridges. I'm like, I don't know why people aren't discussing this. What do you think they're going to taste like?
I'm pretty sure I actually did see an article saying that they would like use that same sort of technology or something.
No, give us a new flavor. Give us a new flavor. I'm sick of the old one.
Do you think it'll be like strawberry or something? Like, what was the old one? Like, do you think the old one was like licorice?
The other one was like earwax.
Okay. Well, yeah, they might be doing like strawberry
flavored
earwax.
Moldy strawberry.
Moldy. Oh, some of that nice like mushroomy
fermented.
mold.
No, it's fermented fruit. It's gonna get the kids drunk when they eat it.
Yeah. Anyway, we should talk about the
next.
What's it called?
All right, next. Switch 2 editions of things.
We forgot Dragon Drive.
We're not up to that yet. That comes after the Switch 2 editions.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm scrolling through the Direct
Switch 2 editions. Okay.
I think
Breath
probably
of the Wild 4K, let's go! Woo!
you cut off
So
so badly
excited.
then.
Oh, I
Well,
did.
so let's look at the list of games we're getting in the form of Switch 2 editions. So we're getting, what is it? Mario Party Jamboree. It's Mario Party. I don't care. I mean, I like Super
It
Mario
looks cool,
Party,
though. Like, the
but
new features are cool.
yeah, I mean, I might get it because I haven't got Jamboree. But like,
I've heard Jamboree's really good.
I'm gonna be honest. Mario Party should just like it is the one franchise that is actually would work better as just like free content updates. Like, there's only
What about
so
just
much. Like, yeah, that too. But like party games like that,
Or FIFA.
why?
Or Madden. Or Call of Duty.
Shut up. Stop.
I mean, I could...
What have I told you about contradicting my points on camera?
So,
Yeah, I mean, I think adding Jamboree TV is a good idea.
yeah.
Not much more to say.
It looks fun.
It's Mario Party.
Yeah.
What else is there to say?
Yeah.
All right, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild.
Oh my god.
I love the
Cannot
self-awareness that they showed Korok Forest in the presentation to show this
Oh,
console can handle this, guys. Like that sold me on the hardware.
Yeah. Like, it is so much... It's so cool that it can, like, run it, and it looks good. I heard... I think it was somebody on Nintendo Life say, like, it's not the way that the game was, like, intended, but it, like... It just feels right.
It's what it deserves.
Yeah, that is exactly what they said.
Yeah.
And it just,
And so the features of the Nintendo Switch app, that's cool. I mean,
I mean, I wasn't going to like engage with it at all. And
Yeah,
then as soon as I heard about like the new lore stuff,
The
I was
voice
like,
note.
oh, okay.
you're
Sign me
like
up.
you're like, oh my god, they're finally gonna fix the timeline. Oh my god, no, they're gonna make it
Please, could
worse.
they-
They're gonna make it worse,
please, could
dude.
they- No, they're not gonna make it worse.
They're
I
gonna
have
make it
confidence
worse.
in them.
No, don't have
They-
confidence in them. They're gonna make it worse.
yeah, you're right. No, but I feel like the they could do a lot of really cool stuff with the Zelda Notes app, and I hope that they do. Because
Yeah.
there's some potential there to be able to fix. Honestly, I think they have actually heard our feedback regarding Tears of the Kingdom's story and the gap between the two games, because
They've heard it. Doesn't mean they're listening.
Why else would they do something like adding new lore
To make it more complicated out of spite.
characters from characters that we didn't hear enough from in the other games or something, combined with Age of Imprisonment, which has been confirmed to be canon, which we will get to.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that. That's gonna
it
be
seems
interesting.
like, yeah. So it seems like they're addressing the very real problems with Tears of the Kingdom's story and continuity, and Breath of the Wild's, involvement in that too.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I'm just very excited to be able
Alright,
to replay these games and experience the magic again.
Let's stop
I'm
it with
guessing-
Zelda before you
Stop-
talk yourself to
Stop
death.
cutting me off. Stop cutting me off. Is just one final thing before we continue. Is that how you're going to replay these
Yes.
games?
Yes.
Like, are you not going to play them
I've-
again until the Switch 2 editions?
Yeah. No, I've been wanting to replay Breath of the Wild ever since I finished Tears of the Kingdom, and like I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I've been waiting because
So you
with
can
all the
see how
rumors
better
of
it is.
4K Breath of the Wild, I'm just gonna wait, and then I'm not gonna be able to play the original Breath of the Wild again.
Yeah. I'm also just wondering, just a quick side note before we continue. I wonder if some of the quality of life features from Tears of the Kingdom will actually be put into Breath of the Wild, like the stamina.
Yeah, that's
like,
a good
like, you know how in
question.
Tears of the Kingdom, when you draw an arrow in midair, it's it waits until you fire the arrow before it costs stamina.
Yeah.
Whereas in Breath of the Wild, it drains while you're in slow-mo. Do you think they'll make changes like that? Or do you
I mean,
think they'll
maybe.
just leave them as it is?
And I know we briefly discussed this the other day, but I want to come back to it. Do you think Breath of the Wild's going to include the DLC?
I think they confirmed it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Because
that's
I
also
haven't played the
huge.
DLC, so I need to play it.
Yeah, you are missing out. So
Yeah, I am.
definitely get on that.
I might actually
when
do
you
side
can.
quests on this playthrough.
Yeah, I'd recommend doing all the shrines if possible.
Yeah, I want to do all the shrines.
Yeah, and
Although
it's not too difficult.
I don't enjoy pain though, so I'm not going to go for all Koroks.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. You don't have to. Although with the new Korok sensor, do you think you might at least try to get like
I might go for a few more,
max...
like
because remember, you only need like 200 to be able to fully upgrade all of your slots.
only
Whereas
200.
you need... Well, yeah, but with the new sensor, with the new Google Maps feature, it should be a lot easier. Hell, I might start doing that on every playthrough now.
They should include like instead of just like the default robotic voice, they should have like voice lines for each character. Like imagine Rivali telling you where to go and just insulting you.
Am I crazy, or does the voice that they use for like the robot voice for the app, does it just sound like Zelda but with like a default American accent?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't think so. I think it was like default robot. I think you have just consumed way too much Zelda content.
Yeah.
Anyway, past Zelda.
What's next?
Here's my turn. Kirby and the Forgotten Land Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Plus Dark Quest
Finally
World.
getting DLC.
I know.
Finally getting DLC.
And like I watched the whole Treehouse presentation. Well, not the whole presentation, but I watched all the first party stuff and a few of the other things. They've like doubled the length of the main story. Like,
so I'm not going to play the game, but I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, no,
because I know you've been, I know you're the Kirby. You're an absolute fiend when it comes to Kirby content.
I am an absolute fiend when it comes to Kirby content.
It's
and
good
like
to see new stuff.
And I'm not going to go into the lore implications from what we saw in the trailer here because I don't want my friends to hang up on me. But there's some stuff there. Yeah, I know you will. I'm just going to leave it at that because like I could talk about this game for ages. Like it is one of the best Kirby games in my opinion. Not the best. That will forever go to Planet Robobot and 64. But I really loved Forgotten Land. Like it was not the first Kirby game I 100%ed. Like that would be, what was that? Star Allies was the first, which was hell enough. But yeah. Anyway, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Switch 2 edition.
God, the game looks so good.
I guarantee it was developed as the Switch 2 edition, and like the Switch 1 edition was basically
and then they just downgraded it.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by looking at it. It's a step up from other stuff.
Do you think I should get it on Switch 1, or should I just wait and get it on Switch 2?
I'm gonna get it on Switch 2.
I'm honestly I'm not that fussed about the mouse controls.
Yeah. I don't know. I just
need to play it with them.
I would just prefer to have the Switch 2 version personally. I don't know. Like, I mean,
like it's not that, Oh, also we should probably talk about the upgrade packs just quickly.
Yeah, we'll get to this after the.
Cool. Oh yeah. Okay.
Anything else about Metroid Prime 4? Because like we don't know everything about it. I mean, the game's not out, so we can't really say anything else. But the gameplay, I watched the full gameplay from Treehouse. It looks so good. I haven't played any of the Prime games, but I really want to.
I know there's been a bit of discussion about like the Federation's involvement. Like there's some Metroid fans that, don't like the Federation and just prefer it when Samus is on her own. But I kind of like that they're doing it just for the intro mission and then like having Samus be on her own again.
Yeah.
Because also they seem to be doing some sort of time travel stuff, which I'm also not
really
that big on.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, because we I don't know, it's kind of like they don't say it outright, but they say like, oh, Samus's adventure will take her to new places beyond time or something like that. I don't know.
Wait, so like let me get this straight. Tears of the Kingdom kept getting delayed, had time travel in the story. Prime 4 kept getting delayed, has time travel in the story. Do you think Silksong will have time travel?
God, I hope not. I kind of just despise time travel in most things.
Look, if it's done well, it can really benefit the story, but most of the time it isn't.
If it's done well, I'm trying to think of time travel in movies that I like
Endgame.
and media that I like. Huh?
Endgame.
Endgame was good with its time travel, but it wasn't. It's not why I like
The way
that movie.
the way I see time travel, it works best when it is the sole focus of the franchise as a whole. Like Back to the Future, I love the Back to the Future trilogy.
They'll only seen the first one. Feel free to rake me across the coals again. In the
Oh,
comments.
don't worry. I'm going to make him watch the other two. I'm going to tie him down, pry his eyelids open, and make him watch them.
I'll probably enjoy them. I just never got around to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Legends of Today, don't care in the slightest. I am at the point where I could not care less about Pokemon, honestly.
I'm gonna wait for people to, do some reviews, and if it's, actually a good Pokemon game, and I hear that it's like Legends Arceus again, then I'll probably get it. But if I hear that it's like, if I hear anything that sounds remotely like Scarlet and Violet, I'll just not.
Here's the thing, I really liked Scarlet and Violet because it actually did something unique with the franchise for once instead of just the same goddamn formula.
Oh look, an idiot. Let's point and laugh.
Yeah.
No,
like unironically, Scarlet and Violet is one of my favorite Pokemon generations.
You're full of bad takes today.
I am.
Did you have something to eat?
I had the McDonald's Minecraft movie meal. I got the Hamburglar zombie.
Oh yeah, that movie was fun.
Yeah, we should just do another video talking about that at some point.
Yeah, we probably should do that.
No, we should do like a group reaction when it comes out on digital and just like overreact to everything. That is so funny.
Yeah, chicken jockey. No,
chicken jockey.
Yeah,
just
but what?
Courageous uproar.
Yeah.
Anyway, upgrade packs.
Upgrade packs. Yeah, pretty cool.
Didn't they confirm the price?
$15 here.
Yeah. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, like $10 US. So that's like 15.
I mean, in the most case, I'm just gonna buy the Switch 2 editions as the whole because I like having the box art.
I mean, I was going to, but the box art looks awful. So
I don't mind it.
Not going.
I like the red case. It looks interesting.
I don't like the big red empty space at the top.
That's true. They could have filled that out a bit. Or do you like the Wii U GameCube curve? Although, to be fair, those two consoles are like two of Nintendo's worst selling. But I mean, the box art looks immaculate on both of my.
I'm just gonna get. Honestly, I might get Metroid Prime 4 on Switch 1 just so I have a good looking cover because that cover art is probably the best I've ever seen from a Nintendo game.
Oh, speaking of weird purchases, how do you feel about the whole game key dilemma?
So, remind me what the controversy is, because
the download code's baked onto a cartridge and you insert it and it just starts the internet download. That's what it is. And like once you've downloaded and you still have the cartridge, you can just plug it in. I mean,
isn't that already how it works though?
No, because like the whole thing,
like,
download code,
like
download code, it downloads it to your system. You can throw the code out, doesn't matter. The game keys, you put it in, it downloads it, but you still need the key in to use the software.
Okay.
It's
I don't have enough technical knowledge to really understand what it is. So
watch Scott's video on it on the Switch 2 Direct because he explains it really well. I've got it in my watch later. Yeah, he explains it really well.
I know Arlo did a thing on it, but it was just like I didn't really understand.
There's so much Arlo content coming out. I can't watch it all.
I know. He's having a field day. I feel so good for the guy.
Anyway, let's move on. Dragon Drive.
Yeah.
I like it. It looks fun. I feel like it's.
I'm not gonna play it.
I feel like it can't be any more than like a $30 eShop game though. Like it looks basic as all hell.
What should be $60?
Yeah. I mean, like
I'm kind of joking.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it, but I can already tell it's gonna have the same problem with ARMS that there's just not enough content.
It's a fun thing to play once or twice, but I'm not gonna.
I mean, I feel
like the thing with
it doesn't have
Nintendo multiplayer and party games is that they have single player options, but why in the world would you ever play something like Mario Party or ARMS or even Mario Kart single player?
I like Mario Kart single player, but that's not the point. What I was gonna say is like they treat games like ARMS and Dragon Drive like you can spend as much time online with them as you do with games like Smash and Mario Kart. The difference is Smash and Mario Kart, the gameplay is so much more in depth. Arms, you just punch things.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, there's nothing to the gameplay. It's so mindless. I mean, I liked Arms, but
It's a cool concept. I will
I
give it that.
I couldn't
but
get
I
any more
played
than
it
20
once.
hours after it out of it. I mean, it was the first game I got for my Switch, and I dropped it after the first year. Like, I liked
I
it.
think I played it for like 30 minutes
Yeah.
tops. And then
It's a shame too, because like it had a great concept. I love all the character designs, but yeah. And like
I
I
think
just
the art style is kind of boring. Like
really
the character design looks nice, but I don't think they do anything
Hmm.
fun with the art direction.
and I feel it's kind of the opposite with Dragon Drive. Like the art direction looks cool. I like it. I like the whole
It kind of looks like
of-
it oddly enough to me looks like Splatoon if you removed everything but made it Splatoon.
yeah, it
Like,
looks
you've
like
got
a
that sort of
more
industrial. You've got that
It's-
industrial look to it.
yeah, it's
But
like
then
hip hop music as a whole aesthetic. And like I don't like hip hop music, but I do like the aesthetic. But like in the way it's the opposite to Arms' aesthetics being kind of boring. The character design for Dragon Drive, oh my god, what is this? Just have maze at this point if you're not going to do anything
I'm sure
interesting
they'll
with
be
character design.
I'm sure they'll be customizable.
They are, because I
But,
mean, you can see in the trailer there's like a few different helmets, like cat ears and stuff, but like.
Oh
you-
god, not the cat ears again. Halo Infinite already did that.
I go
Oh,
crazy with cat ear customization in games.
Don't do that, please.
I'm wearing my cat ear headphones right now.
I know.
What are you watching me? Yeah,
I
Dragon
just
Drive.
know you so well.
You do know me so well. It looks good, but I will get bored with it after an hour.
Yeah.
And like I feel like
Is it a launch title?
No,
is it
no,
a
it's
launch
not.
title?
It's not.
Why is it not a launch title?
I feel like this would have
What?
been like, you know how like the Switch had snippet clips at launch. I feel like this would have been good to have at launch. Yeah, it's saying summer 2025, which is our winter. So, I mean, it won't be too long after launch. I mean, at latest it'll be August.
Okay, I just had a thought literally just now, and it makes so much sense that I'm honestly wondering if this was originally what was intended. Dragon Drive would be perfect if it was a minigame in the pack-in game that's not a pack-in game.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of doesn't need
Honestly,
to be
I
its
feel like
full
if
own
they
thing.
they put Dragon Drive in with a few other mini games, like kind of similar to it, into a tech demo like that, boom, worth it. I mean, the thing is, like Dragon Drive by itself isn't worth it.
No.
Welcome
We
to it
yet
by
to see the
itself
price for that, though,
isn't worth it.
I believe.
I don't think it's going to be full price, but at the same time, I really do think
Oh,
it's going to be full price.
I mean, if it's full price, there's gonna be riots. People are
Yeah,
wild
it's
over
going to
what it
be.
is.
It's not going to sell well. Like I think it should be at most a $40 eShop title.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on from Dragon Drive.
Yeah.
So I know you didn't really want to go over the third-party scissor reel, but I know you're excited about Elden Ring.
Yeah. I think the new content they showed off is cool. The new armor sets is always like nice, and that means new lore descriptions and new just new FromSoft content, which I'm always happy about. We'll talk more on
Yeah.
this later. But
Apart
there's
from that,
also,
the next
torrent. Oh, yeah, okay.
sorry, I'll come back to third-party stuff in the second scissor reel, but the next big thing, obviously, is Age of Imprisonment.
Okay, yeah. I'll talk about that now. I still not really. Okay, look. Here's the thing. As somebody who really liked Tears of the Kingdom story in concept, but despises the way it was executed, I think that there's a real opportunity here with Age of Imprisonment to actually I mean, like I said, fix the mistakes.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I didn't have nearly
it's
as many
very-
problems with Tis the Kingdom story as you did, but I can see the problems.
Yeah, like they're there, and I know like that's not exactly a hot take in this day and age.
Yeah.
Very
Say that
much.
near launch and you would have been publicly executed, but like
I
nowadays.
would have done the publicly executing, but the thing is that now it's like, as I've let time pass and I've done more than one
Part-time
playthrough-
funny.
What?
Time funny? Get it? Because the game has time in it.
Shut up. Anyway, yes. So now that I've done more than one playthrough and I've kind of let it sink in and watched content that really goes into depth on the fundamental flaws of the game design, I feel like there's room for improvement, but especially in the story department is something I was really disappointed by. So Age of Imprisonment doing things to actively not necessarily fix but try and patch up what is there is really cool, and there's a lot of missed opportunities in Tears of the Kingdom that could be expanded upon, like giving Ganondorf actual motivations and Twin Rover and just cool things with his backstory, and also Raru and Sonia, and give us more of them, please. They are so cool together, and she was taken from us too soon. But
yeah, speaking of characters, let's look at kind of like the frame that kind of shows what I'm assuming is going to be the character lineup. I mean, obviously Minoru and Ganondorf aren't there, and they're probably going to be playable as well. But we've got in the lineup, we've got the four sages. I said Minoru, Sonia. Sonia's going to be playable as well. But we've got Zelda, Minoru, Rauru, and the sages in this lineup.
Yeah.
The sages, they have no character. Please, game, please give them personality instead of Demon King, Secret Stones.
That is a must.
Like, otherwise,
could we get? We don't even know their names. Can we get names for them, please? Can we just even if their names are just the names of the divine beasts, because that's the helmets they wear, that's a cool lore revelation that'll be confirmed.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't need to be that deep. It'll just be cool. You know? Like, I just want that. But I like Raru's moveset. He looks cool.
Yeah, Zelda's too.
I also don't want Link to be in the game. Like,
I don't either. I love Echoes of Wisdom is probably my favorite Zelda game. I'm happy not to have Link in the game.
I like.
I mean, I love Link, but go away. Let Zelda have turn in the spotlight.
Yeah, I actually saw a really funny comment. I want to know what you think of this. I saw a really funny comment on a video. I forgot who it was. I think it was. I will send you the link to the video and you can put his name up on screen.
Yeah.
But he, in his video, somebody left a comment saying that what if the reason why Cass wasn't in Tears of the Kingdom is that he somehow traveled back in time? Like, he played the Song of Time on his accordion or something and accidentally went back in time, and he's a playable character.
Please. If they made Cass a playable character, this is Game of the Year, honestly.
I'm going to be honest, with all the time travel shenanigans they pulled in Age of Calamity, I'm really surprised he wasn't in that game. And I'm not going to lie, if they provide an actual good reason as to why he wasn't in Tears of the Kingdom, I don't think I'd even be mad. But at the same time, it would feel kind of like a cop-out. But
what if he
Yep.
wasn't in Tears of the Kingdom because he was invited to join Smash? Think about it.
Please, that'd be so cool. Yes.
People like Skull Kid for Smash. I mean, what's her name? Impa
Skull
for
Kid
Smash.
can't really have a moveset. Skull Kid doesn't have enough material to do a moveset.
Yeah, I feel like that's the problem with a lot of Zelda characters for Smash. I mean, what other characters can they really add? I mean, there's not.
Granted, I don't think Cass has a ton of material to work with either. But
yeah, but
I feel
like
he'd
Cass.
at least be unique.
Have Cass and Groose. That's all I want.
He would have like a really cool moveset. Like, I'm thinking almost like Hunting Horn from Monster Hunter sort of stuff, or like give us Guitar Hero in Smash Bros.
No, like kind of like how Donkey Kong's old Final Smashes had like the whole beat thing going on.
Yeah, I don't know, just do something cool.
Yeah, Age of Imprisonment, it has potential. it has potential, but I'm not entirely convinced by it.
Please don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Please don't mess it up.
We can gloss over GameCube. I mean, finally.
Cool.
What else is there to say?
I personally wanted the HD remaster of Wind Waker on Switch.
All right.
I'm happy that we got something.
Yeah. Next scissor reel. I'm gonna be honest. Starting it with Deltarune.
Silk Song. Wait, are we up to this part yet?
Yes, but we're gonna start with Deltarune.
Okay, fine.
I'm gonna be honest. If it wasn't for Air Riders, this would probably be my favorite trailer from the Direct. Like it knows how to like show things perfectly. Like starting with Toby Fox just running towards the camera is so funny.
That part was funny. Like it got a little like
it matches the
tone.
tone.
Fans.
I mean, I'm not a massive Deltarune fan. I have played through Chapter 1 and about half of Chapter 2. I'm gonna play the full game on June 5th when the Switch 2 comes out. I want to get into the franchise more. So
both parts are finally launching.
Yeah, 3 and 4, which like Part 2 came out 2021.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy for
and like
fans.
And like Toby Fox has said
too. I'm not going to join you guys, but I couldn't be happy.
The fandom's the problem. Toby Fox has said too that like the once you buy chapters 1 to 4, like any future chapters you can just get for free by download. I don't know how many chapters they're going to be.
Hasn't it always been a thing with Deltarune?
Well, no, because the first 2 chapters were free.
Wasn't it just for first 1 chapter?
Okay, so the first chapter was originally always intended to be free, the first chapter, and they were going to have everything after that paid. The thing is, it took... I mean, Chapter 1, that came out like 2019? 2018? 2019, I think. By the time Chapter 2 came around, Toby Fox was like, yeah, I'm really sorry for making you guys wait for this for so long. Here, you can have Chapter 2 for free as well. Awesome. He hasn't done it with Chapter 3 and 4, which, like, yeah, fair enough. I mean, you can't do that with the whole game. But yeah, like, even just the music, like, it looks like the trailer itself, the way it was choreographed is so good. And having it as a launch date, 2018, it says at the bottom here. It looks so good. All right.
Yeah, I'm happy for the fans. But,
directly after that in the scissor reel, we've got Borderlands 4. Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox, and we want to tell you about our new title, Borderlands 4. Shut up, Randy from Gearbox. I don't care about Borderlands 4.
It's not the movie. We can all be thankful about
but at the same time, I still don't care about the games.
This one does not have Kevin Hart in it.
Thank God. Anything without Kevin Hart in it is immediately better than anything that has Kevin Hart in it. That is a rule of thumb.
Just a quick question. How do you feel about the Jumanji movies?
They're the one exception. I don't mind.
They have
Karen Gillan carries them.
Yeah, because they have Kevin Hart in them.
Yeah, Karen Gillan and Jack Black carry those movies. Dwayne and Kevin, they can go. I don't like either of them.
Anyway.
All right. We're not actually up to Silk Song yet. All right. Oh, interesting enough. Interesting enough. Cyberpunk 2077. Here's the thing. Like, I saw again another point Scott brought up in his video. So Street Fighter 6 Years 1 to 2 edition. That's got the game key because they're like, oh yeah, we don't want to put that. It's a meaty file size. It's like 50 gigs, I think. They're like, oh yeah, we don't want to put that on a cartridge. Cyberpunk is bigger than that, and that is on a cartridge. What is your excuse?
Witcher 4 was the same.
Yeah.
Sorry, Witcher 3.
Witcher 3.
Witcher 4 isn't out yet. You know what
I was going to
Witcher
say, that's
3
not...
was the same.
Speaking of which, do you think Witcher 4 will be on Switch?
Oh, probably. I don't know.
I hope so. I haven't played the Witcher games, but I really want to.
If it is, I want them to put some, like... I want them to pull a Skyrim and have some unique content on there for Switch users. I think that could be kind of
I feel like multiplayer games like that, they really should just do that by default. Like...
Yeah, especially if it's cross-platform stuff.
Yeah. Like, do you like what Soul Calibur did all the way back in the GameCube and have like Link on game?
Yeah.
Like that's such a cool premise, and I'm upset that they don't do that more.
Yeah.
How do you think 2077 is going to run on Switch 2?
I think it will certainly run. However, that is all I will state about Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm hesitant to pre-order it because I want to get it. It comes out on launch day.
Don't pre-order it.
I've been wanting to play it for years, ever since it released, really. But like,
look,
I've never had the hardware to play it.
If there's one thing that I've learned about Cyberpunk,
don't pre-order it.
If there was one takeaway from anything Cyberpunk related, it was never to pre-order games unless you were certain of their quality. And even then, that is a big if.
But I feel at the same time though, like, I know like they've updated the console versions a lot and like there are a lot more playable. And with the Switch too, they've probably had a lot of development time for it, so they can really optimize it for the hardware.
Yeah.
Next, 7 Remake. Let's go. I'm so happy to finally have it portably. Shut up, Steam Deck.
I'm not going to play it on Switch. I'm going to play it on PC. But
fair. Yeah, because you want to be able to alt tab in the Honeybee Inn scene. I know you.
Yeah, I do.
I love Final Fantasy VII Remake. It is like top 5 games for me. So happy to have it on Switch too. Like, hell, the reason I initially... This game is the reason I, like... I know you've cited Breath of the Wild before as, like, you're, like, getting into games, like...
Gateway drug.
Yeah. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake
I mean, kind of unironically.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is my gateway drug. Like, it is what got me into, like, kind of looking at games and going, yes, this is good.
This is video game, and I like it.
Yeah, like, it is the reason I got a PS4. Like, it is the reason I got a PS4 in 2020.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, it
looks good.
I can't wait to replay it.
I feel like it's kind of an expected announcement, though. Was it?
Yeah,
leaked?
it was. It was leaked as like one of the original like test runs for the system.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Next, what you've been waiting for? Silk Song.
Yeah. So just for just for the people at home, right?
Hang on, let me explain it. I feel like I can explain it better.
No, let me explain.
For the 4 years I have known Pixelguy9, there has not been a day go by where he doesn't complain about Silk Song not being out yet. I am not exaggerating.
Here's the thing about Silk Song, right? Okay. Hollow Knight is a game that I love very dearly and have been playing for the better part of like 7-8 years, maybe, like about that length of time, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement. This man is obsessed.
I have been waiting 6 years for this game since announcement. I saw the trailer, and I have waited. I've waited diligently since, and now finally, it is releasing this year.
Supposedly.
And I cannot wait. What do you mean supposedly? They showed the date.
No, like I am certain it will release this year as well. But all right.
It will.
Alternatively, coming from me as someone who's played like how far did I get through the game?
It's like 5 hours.
Yeah, as someone who hasn't gotten through like majority of the game, like I've played a fair bit of it, but not all of it. I'm excited for Silk Song. I mean, I'm not going to pretend to be this massive fan of Hollow Knight, but
you haven't seen any of the trailers, have you?
I haven't. No.
You should change that.
I've seen ones that have been in Nintendo Directs. Apart from that, I haven't gone out of my way to look at them.
All 5 seconds of it.
Yeah.
But look, I'm I cannot wait for this game.
Like
Hopefully,
the art style is amazing.
Currently, we believe it to release sometime before September, which, you know, is amazing. Uh, because that means that it will release hopefully before we have our big end of year tests, so I actually have time to play it.
Watch it release in the middle of October.
Oh, probably. But look, I'm very excited, and I cannot wait. And they showed like 10 seconds of new footage, and I'm so excited. I've been subscribed to Daily Silksong News. I've been watching Daily Silksong News videos for like 3 years now, and it has actually gotten to the point now that we know it's coming out this year, where we keep getting so much news, and it's actually like kind of too much.
Yeah, you told me before, like you're getting like overstimulated by it.
It feels like every second day, it's like, yeah, there's like little bits of info that keep getting dropped, and it's like, what's happening? We went from 0 to like 100 in the space of a couple of hours. Like I cannot believe that it's finally here, and I.
So next on our prestigious list, we have the Dusk Bloods. Now, the idea of a Nintendo exclusive Souls-like is intriguing.
Yeah.
I mean, who looked at Nintendo and went, yes, perfect console for a gritty, like, dark fantasy, make you want to kill yourself type game.
Now, being the From Software glazer that I am, do you mind if I start this?
Yep. I'd phrase it differently, but yep.
I don't intend to. So basically, Dusk Bloods is a I think it's 8-player multiplayer game.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that many players.
Made by Hidetaka Miyazaki, so you know the mastermind behind the Souls trilogy, Bloodborne and Demon Souls, as well as Elden Ring and Sekiro. So he has one hell of a track record, and there is quite literally nobody who can ensure the quality of a game more than this guy. So I do not doubt that the game will be good. However, when I heard it was a multiplayer game, I couldn't help but be a little disappointed.
Especially considering we've got Night Rain coming out this year.
Yeah, well, yeah, like the difference between the two is that one is a co-op game, which is really cool, and the other is a PvP game, which is also cool, but also my least favorite part of the Souls-like experience.
Yeah.
Now, granted, what they're doing with Night Rain and, Dusk Bloods is really cool, because they are taking what are widely considered to be the weakest aspects of their games and fully fledging them and turning them into like whole experiences.
Yeah.
So that hopefully when new stuff comes around, they can apply that to their big mainline Souls-like games, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So the Dusk Bloods, you know, I'm excited for it, but at the same time, it's definitely not. Well, assuming I have a Switch 2 by then, it's definitely a day one buy, but I probably won't be as invested in it as other Souls games.
It's definitely not going to be your favorite FromSoft game, but you are still excited for it.
No. So something I was telling you about this today, but it's got an interesting dynamic between that and Night Rain, where Night Rain has a concept and gameplay that sounds really fun to me, like co-op focused with like unique mechanics and character-based action, which sounds really cool. Whereas, the problem with it is that visually the game doesn't look that interesting, because it's just one region of Elden Ring, just kind of like, and that's the main focus, and it's like reused assets and all of that. Whereas the Dusk Bloods has like some insanely unique visuals taking from like different points in history as like a main concept and stuff, whilst having gameplay that doesn't
really appeal to me. So, granted, I'll have to see more to be completely convinced, or not convinced that it will be something that I will enjoy. But it looks promising, and I think it will be well received.
Yeah.
I mean, of course it will be.
I'm definitely going to get the game too.
Yeah.
Like, it looks fun to me as well. I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
I mean, same with Night Rain. I mean, I'm not nearly as much of a Souls fan as you are, but like, I do enjoy what I have played, and like, I think playing multiplayer will definitely help me get into the franchise a lot more.
Are you going to get Night Rain? Sorry, did you sort of say that?
Yeah, is it coming to Switch too? When does it come out?
May.
May. Okay, so it's before the Switch too. Yeah, probably. Is there going to be a PS4 version?
Yeah.
Or is it just going to be next gen only?
I'm actually not sure. There might be a PS4 version, since Elden Ring had a PS4 version. I really don't know. Anyway, so what's really interesting about the Duskbloods 2 is that not only is it like 8-player multiplayer, but it's also got some really unique mechanics for Souls-like, where it's essentially like, it's kind of leaning into like an honor system style of gameplay, which is really cool. So just forgive me for like potentially rambling a bit here, but before the game, we know from interviews that there is a hub world sort of thing where you pick your character. There's different preset characters for you to play as, and you choose your character, and that's where you do your leveling up and all of. I think that's where you do your big menus, and like you load into the game and stuff. But what's cool is that before every game, you choose like traits for your character to have, which promotes what Miyazaki called like literal role playing in the game, which is really cool because it means that there are cases where one of the traits that you can choose is I think it's called Destined Companion. And it basically means that there's another player in your game who you are given as a companion, but they don't know that. So what you have to do is, without them knowing that you're on their side, you have to try to like convince them, usually wordlessly, that you're there to help them and stuff, and fight bosses with them, and fight off other players. But what's also really cool is that you could also just pretend to be a destined companion and then literally stab them in the back and like get extra points for that, which is really cool. That's because really you're rewarded as a destined companion for helping out another player, but you're also rewarded for like sabotaging others as not a destined companion, which is where the destined rival comes in, which is another class where you're designated a player that is your rival, and you have to hunt them down no matter what the cost, which is really cool. And from what we've heard from interviews too, there's like gameplay shakeups where, for example, something might, like everybody will be at each other's throats. But then some event might happen in game that means that everybody needs to suddenly team up to fight a boss or something like that, which sounds really cool. And it's just such a unique concept to work with, especially for a Souls game. And I'm very excited to see how this.
It's back to Nintendo's motto of not doing anything the conventional way.
Yeah, absolutely. But I also want to, I'm also very excited to see what the lore is like, because, once again from interviews we've been able to, tell that this game is taking place at kind of similar to the DLC of Dark Souls 3, where you have like every age, like the end of every age has kind of converged on a single place, where it's like a bunch of timelines and stuff sort of intertwine, and like geography and stuff is all messed up, and like all of the characters are from different eras, which is why in the trailer you have like steampunk looking stuff, you have like fantasy,
Victorian vampires,
Victorian stuff. You have a whole mix of things, which is really cool. And as well as that, we have a guy that can just straight up turn into a T-Rex, which is awesome.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool lore things, and I'm very interested to see what they do with the rat thing that's supposed to act like a firekeeper, because that thing has the pattern of the Elden Ring on its wings, and I have no clue what that could mean for the series.
Really?
But,
Because is that what that is? Because I'm looking at it right now. I have it paused on that frame. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I didn't notice that before. Yeah.
it looks just like the Elden Ring, and
So, like,
I don't know why.
Is there like links in the lore between like Elden Ring and Dark Souls?
There's a lot of theories about it all being one conjoined universe, especially because of the way Dark Souls does like cyclical timelines and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3 really goes into this with the idea that like
Ping,
an
ping,
age will
pong.
end and then another will start, and it just kind of repeats endlessly with like, you know, ages of fire, ages of dark, and people have speculated that things like Elden Ring and Sekiro can fit into that.
Yeah.
And it works, as well as things like Bloodborne and stuff. It works, you know, mostly, and there are sort of some connections there, but of course we'll never get a definitive answer as to this sort of stuff. Although, with that being said, Night Reign's looking like it's kind of leaning into that a bit with
Yeah.
bosses from previous games. But, you know, not to go off on that tangent, but I feel like...
Night Rain should be.
Yeah.
Actually, when Night Rain comes out, we should do a video on it.
We should definitely do a video. We need somebody else to play it with, though, because it's only 3 players. It's only 1 or 3. There's no 2-player
Oh,
option.
okay. Friggin' get. Yeah, I'll get someone else to play it. I'm not ashamed to admit, this made me cry. This trailer for Kirby Air Riders. Oh my god! From the start, it reeked of Sakurai's trailer style.
It felt like watching another Smash Bros.
Yeah, it felt like a Smash reveal. So yeah,
Does
we've
Sakurai have like the reason why those Smash cutscenes feel so similar, is that because Sakurai's company works on them?
no, they animate them. Yeah.
Okay, so that's why it felt like.
It's like,
okay.
and plus, like, Kirby has his model from Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
But yeah, this trailer, the way, like, Sakurai is a master of knowing exactly how to do trailers. I mean, the way it just zooms in on the edge of the Warp Star and the thruster comes into view, I lost my mind when that happened. Never in a million years did I think we'd be getting Kirby Air Ride 2 at the Direct. And, like, it looks beautiful. I mean, obviously this is pre-rendered, this isn't gameplay, but it looks so good. And a bit of history for you who don't know. I made a mistake in our last video. I said Superstar was the last game that Sakurai worked on. It wasn't. It was Air Ride. I don't know why I said Superstar. I know it's Air Ride. I wasn't thinking, apparently. Yeah, so Air Ride was Sakurai's last Kirby game because he was feeling that Nintendo was kind of forcing him to cut things that he didn't want to, and it wasn't kind of what he truly wanted out of the game. So he left the franchise, did his own thing.
Sorry, just a quick question. Do we know what he wanted to cut?
Don't think so.
Or what he wanted to stay in?
Well, I think he kept most of it in the end, but yeah, Air Ride had a bad dev cycle.
He just didn't like that they tried to interfere.
Yeah, like Sakurai doesn't cut corners, we know that. But yeah, so anyway, fast forward to today, after Sakurai worked on Smash and everything. I don't know how many of you have seen Masahiro Sakurai in Creating Games. That was his YouTube channel. He ran it for, how long was it, like a year and a half, 2 years? I watched a lot of them.
Fire.
I love him. He is my favorite dev. Anyway, he said at the very end of his last one, Nintendo approached him and basically went, hey, you're a cool guy. You've given us so many cool things like Smash and stuff. What do you want to work on? And he didn't tell us what it was at the time, but it was Kirby Air Riders. The fact that he was given the option between anything he could work on, UIP, Kid Icarus, Smash, he chose Kirby. And he chose Kirby Air Riders specifically.
There's an example of that I love, that is something familiar to me, but I don't remember what example it was. It was something really cool though. But I forgot. It was something very similar. But
I mean, the fact we're getting another air ride is such a big deal. I mean, the original air ride that came out in what, 2003? I mean, oh my god! And when, like, I was already
there's
on
so
the
much more
verge
material to work with.
Yeah, I was already on the verge of tears. But then when it said Masahiro Sakurai as the director, I just like burst out crying. Like this game means so much to me. And like just looking at how Dreamland looks, it's beautiful. I mean, I've had the problem in the last few Kirby games where Dreamland just looks the same each time. And like they've really done stuff to make it look beautiful in this one. I mean, all the flowers, the cherry leaves, like I mean, that's just one of the stages.
When was the release date again? Was it 2026?
2025. Honestly, though,
this year.
I wouldn't be surprised
sure?
if I wouldn't be surprised if they pushed it back to 2026 because this feels like something he'd want to maximize dev time, and it's like he hasn't been working on it for a massive amount of time. I mean, well, we don't know how long he's been working on it for, but it seemed like the way he was phrasing it that like they kind of only recently approached him.
Do you think? What was I gonna say? Do you think it'll? Like when do you think we'll first see gameplay and stuff?
Look, we could see gameplay as early as like a June Direct. Especially if it's coming out this year.
I think that's when we'll see Silk Song. So then we'll also have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we'll both have stuff to lose our minds over. I think more likely a little bit later though. I mean, we didn't get any gameplay here, so it's probably not ready for
very
gameplay
hard
yet.
to predict Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was adamant. I was adamant that no way in hell would we get a normal Switch 1 Direct before the Switch 2 Direct had. But like, that happened. They did it. I mean, I was adamant.
And I'm pretty sure a couple of days before I said, "Hey, what if they did this?" And then you were like, "Yeah, no, there's no way."
Yeah.
And then it happened, and I was like, "Hey, guess what happened?"
I genuinely, because I woke up. Here's the thing, I didn't see the news instantly because that was the same day as the Avengers Doomsday cast reveal. So I was focusing on that. I didn't know that there was a Direct announced until you messaged me. Like,
yeah.
I was so hyperfixated on the lack of Moon Knight that I didn't even realize there was a Direct on that day.
Yeah.
And like, that's the thing too.
Right.
Yeah, I am
cool.
so excited. That's going to be standout game for me this year. I can already tell you that's going to be my personal game of the year. Like, no competition there.
Actually, just quickly while we're sort of talking about this, what do you think from Nintendo would be nominated for which category in
Prime
Game
for
of the Year discussion?
Prime 4 for best action
adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a category for racing games? There isn't. Party. Is there a category for party games?
Family is the closest we
Family.
have.
Mario Kart World is definitely going to get family.
Yeah.
In terms of actual game of the year, I think. Look, Prime 4 is going to be nominated, but it's not going to win. Game of the year is probably going to go to GTA 6.
We could probably, that depends on how many people bought the Silk Song
That's
thing.
true.
If that
That's
comes
true.
out.
If they don't nominate
honestly,
Silk Song, there will be riots.
Assuming GTA 6 doesn't get delayed, I feel like this year it might be between like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Silk Song.
Yeah.
I think that's what it'll be between.
And then Prime 4 is going to be the token Nintendo game, obviously.
Yeah. That's going to be a video in and of itself when we get later down into the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But until then, let's
move on.
Unless you've got more air ride to gush about.
I could gush about it all day, but I need to stop at some point. Because finally we have Donkey Kong Bonanza. I keep going to go say Bonanza because, you know, it sounds better Like it feels like it should be said in the American accent, but I don't know. It's
Like us Australians have to like deal with saying things like Dragon Ball Z,
yeah, yeah, and
and I
like
die a little inside every time.
like what is it?
Pokemon
Alabama.
Legends ZA.
Alabama. Not Alabama. It's Alabama. If you pronounce it in our native tongue.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, let's get into Donkey Kong Bonanza. Bonanza. We sound so posh. Leviosa. Anyway, I was expecting 3D Mario. 3D Donkey Kong was a surprise, but a welcome surprise. I mean, I've never been massive on anything Donkey Kong. Like, I don't think the... Don't crucify me. I don't think the Donkey Kong Country games are anything special. I mean, like, obviously they're good games.
music, but I don't like the gameplay.
That's fair. I mean, I can appreciate them, but in an age where we get too many 2D platformers from Nintendo with very little standout... I mean, what 2D platformers from Nintendo have really stood out over the last few years? I mean... Planet Robot is the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
Mario Wonder
and Planet Robot. And even then, Mario Wonder mainly just because of the art style. Apart from that, it's just Mario.
Yeah. I'm excited for... I'm just going to keep saying Bonanza because...
Bonanza.
I don't think it matters. It looks good. When I first saw him break through the terrain, my immediate thought was that looks just like Deep Rock. But...
Yeah, the destructible terrain looks really interesting.
Rock and stone.
How long?
It's a cool idea.
How long do you think before we get speed runs of who can break them like all the terrain in a single level, the fastest?
I'm waiting for the Donkey Kong Bonanza. How do I say this? I'm waiting for the Donkey Kong.
Oh, the art.
Yeah, you know.
I know what you mean. I know what the Smash Bros. Stage builder.
Yeah, you know what people are gonna do when let loose with that sort of creative freedom. You know, like it's gonna happen.
Speaking of that type of thing, the leaks with Pauline being in the game, that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm glad she's become like a full character.
The main problem I've had with what we've seen so far is the focus on Donkey Kong and like no other characters. I mean, there's no Diddy. I mean,
man, modern times really.
Luigi's Mansion,
I don't think Nintendo...
Diddy Kong, Typhlosion. Nintendo did not have a good year last year.
No, they did not. They did not have a good year. They did not. It's nearly as bad as being a Minecraft YouTuber.
Yeah, I would know. So I'm glad that we're kind of having Pauline as that secondary character. Also,
is she gonna be like a companion or something?
I don't know. I mean, it showed her riding on his shoulder, similar to where the Rock did. So maybe she'll join later again. Speaking of which, that little purple rock on his shoulder, it is so cute. I love it.
Cool. I like how cartoony and goofy they're doing stuff with it. Like
yeah,
how his eyes show the bananas. Like I really like how stylized it is.
I don't mind the animation itself. I hate the new design. I bring back the rare design.
I really like it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Donkey Kong's design to me.
I feel like they're trying to improve on perfection, and like they just ruined it.
His design has always just been monkey. There's been nothing separate. Like I just feel like his design is just like, oh, look at monkey with tie, and it's like, yeah.
But like that's iconic, and what more than that does it really need to be?
I know it's iconic, but it's like at the same time, I want Donkey Kong to look more like his Seth Rogen version. I don't know about you, but no. But in all seriousness,
I think Donkey Kong in the Mario movie. He was funny. I didn't like him though. Like, I liked the character in the movie. It wasn't Donkey Kong though. It was something else.
It was Seth Rogen. That's what
yeah. Yeah, another instance of a character, just an actor just playing themselves in a movie.
Yeah.
Just
I feel like we have a lot of that in video game movies.
Yeah, I mean Jack Black
And
in
it's not
Minecraft
exclusive.
movie.
It's not exclusive.
Yeah,
But
any Chris Pratt role.
I feel like he tries a bit more. Jack Black is just like,
Yeah, I
oh,
mean-
I'm in this thing.
Jack Black
So
doesn't take anything seriously, and I love him for it. Chris Pratt, on the
Yeah.
other hand, though, he can act. I mean, look at him in Guardians 3. That is a masterpiece of acting right there. Which makes it all the more upsetting when he doesn't do that.
Yeah, I know you had a lot of problems with a recent movie he was in.
I despise
That I thought was
the Electric
that I
State.
thought was okay at best.
I could
Anyway,
go
let's
on a
not go.
whole 40-minute rant about the Electric States.
We could do. Should we do? Okay, I'm gonna open this one up to the comments if you don't mind. But do you, like, fellow listeners, would you want to hear videos of us talking about movies and stuff every now and again?
film
Is
enthusiast.
it like a pace breaker?
I
Do you
mean,
wanna hear that?
what I'm going to do is I'm going to link both of our letterboxed profiles below, so you can see like our opinions
Okay,
on
yeah,
movies.
sure. Do you want to link our GG stuff down below as well, so they
Yeah.
can follow that?
Yeah, I might as
So that's
well.
where I put all my game reviews.
Yeah, if you want to see like more,
I also
our reviews of like specific games. I mean, I do like jokey, don't take anything serious reviews. He does like
I do
proper
essays.
He does essays.
I do full blown essays on games, like hundreds of words.
Yeah.
So
Whether I make jokes about the orca from Kirby 64 making me want to skin myself and destroy Metallica in a song contest.
yeah.
Trust me, it's not better in context. Yeah, so I'll
Anyway,
link those
Donkey Kong
below.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Donkey Kong looks good. I like it.
yeah,
I think gameplay
back-
wise it looks fun.
back to Mario Kart
It's
World.
the
I
same-
like all the other character designs, just
I-
not Donkey Kong.
It's the same team doing Donkey Kong that did Odyssey, isn't it? It's the same
I think
team.
there's I don't know if that's been confirmed, but like there were rumors of them working on the new game, and this is very
I heard,
obviously.
I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I-
I would not be surprised.
I will say, as much as I don't like Donkey Kong's design, every other character design in this game looks so good. I mean, the antagonist, he looks so like he looks so stupid, but also so menacing, and I love it.
I get the feeling this game's gonna have multiple, not necessarily multiple. I feel like it's gonna kind of do the Splatoon thing, where it's like
Hey,
there's
I
a
am
couple of
getting a lot
villains.
of Splatoon vibes from it. Like,
I don't know why, but I am too. It's really weird.
there's one specific shot in the trailer. Let me find it. I think it doesn't help that I've got it up on my screen now, but like that one monkey with the crop top, and the glasses, she looks like
Wait, there's a monkey with a crop top and glasses? What?
yeah, she
must have- I
looks
must have
like,
missed that.
and she's wearing like.
Oh god, it's not Candy, is it?
No, it's not Candy. No,
thank
I don't think Nintendo's ever bringing her back.
I don't think they.
Thank
no,
God.
I don't think you.
no,
I
this-
don't think you can.
This design's a
This-
lot
this-
better.
Good.
Yeah, she reminds me a lot of
I don't think you'd be able to
like
get
Pearl
away
and
with Candy
Marina.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the main guy. He looks so stupid, and I love him. Like his yellow eyes and golden teeth. Like he has so much personality. Again, though-
I didn't know what the game was. Like, I thought it was Odyssey 2 or something like that, and then I saw the big mountain,
Yeah, I feel
like with all the neon lights.
you
and I
see
was
that
like,
mountain.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
You
that
can
was
go there.
that
It
mountain.
twigged with me when I saw
16
Ingot Isle.
times the detail.
It
Sorry,
twigged
what?
with me when I saw Ingot Isle, because that doesn't sound like a Mario location. That sounds like a Donkey Kong location.
Yeah, and then that was complete.
I mean,
that was reinforced by
It
all of
should
the,
have been obvious from the
crocodiles and like
start.
monkeys, like
Yeah.
mining.
Well,
and
it
stuff.
should have been obvious from the start with like all the banana-shaped crystals around.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that for some reason because I am.
I was too busy looking at how beautiful the game itself looked. That's the thing.
There was a nice sunset shot in that deserty looking area.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for this game. I mean, I think I mean, I hope this isn't a substitute for a 3D Mario. I hope we still get one at some point.
It's been years. Surely they're cooking.
The last
something
big
up.
one we got was Odyssey. Don't say, nobody in the comments say the last one we got was Bowser's Fury, because that's not a full game.
It's not a full game, but like, it should.
It was content. I mean, I feel like it kind of tied
What do you
people
have
over.
against Bowser's Fury?
No, I like it. I'm just saying it's not like a full 3D Mario at a time where like
No,
it's
of
been
course
ages since we've actually gotten one. I mean,
Yeah.
like Odyssey 2017. Before that we had 3D World, which was 2014. Yeah, it was 2014. 3 years before. Or was it 2012? Was it 2012 or 2014?
I don't know.
I think it was
Talking to the guy who
2014.
got into this stuff in 2018.
Yeah, no, it was 2014. Yeah, as opposed to me, who got my first Nintendo console like 2011.
Yeah. Well, I got the Wii U too. I just never paid attention to anything outside of Skylanders.
Fair enough. So the
Valid.
2014, 3 years difference between 3D World and Odyssey. It could be 2012. Okay, 5 years difference. Anyway, before that, Galaxy 2, which was like Galaxy 2 was like 2011, so it wouldn't have been 2012. So like, there's been like 3 years difference at most between 3D Mario's, and Odyssey was 7 years ago now.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 8 years ago now.
If we, when the next 3D Mario happens, do you want it to be an Odyssey sequel or something?
Yes, I love Odyssey. It's my favorite Mario game, easily.
Probably mine, even though I've played like none of the others.
Yeah, I've played through 64, Sunshine, 3D World, Odyssey, 3D Land, and pretty much all the 2D games.
What's your least favorite? Like, I'm
Least
curious, like,
favorite?
What's your least favorite?
Least favorite? Nobody Shoot Me. I don't like the way Sunshine controls. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Is the way it controls a hot take? I know Sunshine was a bit divisive.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people really love it in hindsight, though. I don't know. I'm not in on the Mario gossip. I don't know people's opinions of the games for the most part, other than 64 good. And like I do really like 64. 64 was the first Mario game I played.
Galaxy?
So
What do you think about Galaxy?
I haven't played through Galaxy. I think I played like the
Oh.
first level a few years ago. I really want to play Galaxy 1 and 2 because I mean Rosalina's my favorite Mario character, so.
And the music.
I mean,
the
I'm
music.
literally-
You can't talk about Galaxy without the
Yeah.
music.
I mean, I'm literally looking in art print. I have a Rosalina right next to me now, so like.
There are songs in Galaxy that I genuinely did not know were in Galaxy
Yeah.
until Nintendo Music came along, and I played through the album to see what was there, and I was like, wait a second, this song I hear in
I
YouTube
swear.
videos is from Galaxy.
Mario does not have a bad soundtrack. Like, as much you can have opinions on 3D World that are different to mainstream. Sure, I can understand if you don't like 3D World. If you don't like 3D World soundtrack, go scan your brain for a tumor. Like,
It's like Tears of the Kingdom. I can complain about that game all day, but I will never diss the soundtrack.
yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
any Nintendo soundtracks, like like Mario, Zelda, and Kirby soundtracks, always go so good. Like.
Metroid's pretty good too, although I will say Metroid Prime's combat music is
It's a little
horrible.
It's a little.
So grating.
It's
just
good,
like,
but it's not to the same standard as the
it-
others, in my opinion.
okay, so Metroid has really good ambient music, but something you'll notice if you play Metroid Prime is that there's like certain enemies, like for instance, there's these annoying ghost enemies that are really annoying. I forgot what they're called, but they're like ghost space pirates. I don't know. Anyway, you have to fight them with like an X-ray visor, which makes it really hard to see or something.
Yeah.
And you also have to fight them while listening to this horrible music. So you're basically being like attacked from all senses. You know, you can barely see what's going on because you're using a specific visor to fight them, and your ears are just being, torn apart by this music that is just not good.
Oh, I don't like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the Dread soundtrack,
The game's amazing though.
But I haven't really listened to much other Metroid music because it just does not hook me.
Samus's theme goes hard.
Samus's theme is really good, but
Yeah.
like it doesn't
I
have
don't
the
know much
same
to say about the rest of it. Although Magmore Caverns, which is the lava theme from I think every game,
yeah.
and Lower Brinstar is really good.
You still haven't played Dread, have you?
No, I should. You know what? I might see if I can get that with. How much is it?
I don't know. I got it in the UK, so I don't know how much it is here.
Okay, because I
I think it's
really
around
love,
$70 here.
Okay, I really loved the remake of Metroid 2, and Dread plays basically just like that.
Yeah, Dread is such a good game. Like, all right, just for context, guys, I've only played 3 Metroid games. The original on NES.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't mind it. I think it was good.
It's like any NES game is just like automatically my response is, oh no.
No, I feel
Look, it's no
NES and
hate towards the
SNES
NES.
have some
that
good
console-
games,
That
but
console is amazing.
you have
But
to
there's a
remember.
There's a reason why
that
Super Metroid exists.
yeah,
Okay, there's a reason why Super Metroid exists.
Just hear me. Like,
Yes.
you have to remember that at the time, like it's not like you can't compare it to stuff nowadays because it's such an improvement.
Yeah.
You have to go into it, but like so many NES games to me, I just love. I mean, except for Kirby's Adventure, I don't like Kirby's Adventure. I'm sorry, it controls horribly. Why do you because like to hover, right? You have to press A,
Yeah.
but you can't just press A and hold it like any other Kirby game. You have to press A to jump and then use the up button and hold it up.
Ooh.
It's like it
Kinda
just
gross.
doesn't feel right, and like there's such a delay when using the inhale. Like I've played through it twice, once on the Switch Online and once on the 3DS 3D Classics. And
that's not an emulation issue. Well, I say emulation.
It's not.
That's not like a.
It's
remake
not. It's
issue.
just it.
Yeah.
I don't
does not
like
sound
Adventure's
good.
controls.
Yeah.
Which is a shame
You should
because
play
like
Adventure of Link if you really want to hate yourself.
no, I've played I tried playing it a little bit a few years ago, like back like 2018, and
Yeah, it is not good. I really don't like it, like, at all.
I mean, they tried making Zelda like a 2D platformer, didn't they?
I respect them wanting to do something different, but it did not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm very glad A Link to the Past exists.
But like, there are some really good original NES games. I mean, like the original Mario. I'm not gonna say Mario 2, but Mario 3, Lost Levels. I'm just saying all the Mario stuff. I mean, I think the original Star Fox is good for what it is. I've played a
We
little
have
bit of
gone
that.
off on such a tangent.
We have.
This is awesome.
And I do really like the original Dr. Mario too. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the franchise, but I do really like the original.
He doesn't deserve to be in Smash.
He should be an alt for regular Mario.
That's not a hot take.
That's
He should not
I
be
don't.
in Smash.
I wouldn't care if it is a hot take. Get him out. And yeah, we still need to record that Smash roster video, don't we?
Yeah, we should do that when I get back.
Yeah, this idiot's going to Europe. Friggin' loser.
Yeah.
But yeah, to finish off the video, like we've got, yeah. So.
Oh wait, hold on. We forgot to mention just as like a quick little side note that's probably quite important. If you have Switch Online expansion, you will get upgrades to your Switch games to Switch 2 for free.
Certain ones, not all of them.
Oh wait, that's not all of them.
Yeah, they've said the only ones confirmed are the Zelda ones. They haven't confirmed any others yet.
Hey, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I mean that by itself is worth it.
I mean, you're only saving like $30 here.
Yeah,
but that's still.
I don't have the expansion pack. I think it's a waste of money personally, but that's a good deal.
Yeah, I don't have it either, But I feel like nowadays, when you have all of the extra things, the, let's sort of just like talk about this for a little bit. Do you think the price is justified now for expansion?
For expansion pack. I mean, with GameCube, probably. I mean,
On Switch 2
Yeah.
and Game Boy Advanced. Also, I didn't realize this until I saw a video of it, but Four Swords Adventures and like Four Swords, we're going to be able to play with party chat and stuff.
oh yeah, that's true.
So now there's no stupid limitations locking that game away,
Yeah, that's right actually.
which is actually really cool
Mm.
because accessibility is that game's biggest problem.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, expansion pack. I know it's not that poorly priced, but again, I can't justify purchasing it because here's the thing. It's
What
cool.
you're saying is that you could justify the price of Switch 2 games, but not.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But not,
because you
an
own it.
expansion pack.
That's the expansion pass. Because the thing is, if I buy a Switch 2 game, I'm using it. With the expansion pass, you're paying for online, which is all I pay for.
That's fair.
Which you can get in the base set. And the problem is, like, I don't really use the classic console stuff all that much anyway. I mean, I'll very occasionally go back and play maybe Dreamland 1 or Dreamland 2, but I mean, I recently bought a Game Boy Advance. I recently bought a whole bunch of Kirby stuff for it because I want to own the physical edition, so there's now no need for me to even do that.
Yeah, I would definitely much rather play newer games or remakes than go back and play old ones on like an online subscription service. I'm not opposed to it, but it's just not something that I'm really used to.
I mean, I'm not opposed to replaying old games like that. It's just, I kind of want, I need a reason to. I feel like when they have it in that catalog with the subscription service, it makes it harder for me to want to because like I'm not actively looking through that. I mean,
I will say that it does really help having save states in older games.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't think I would have gotten through A Link to the Past without them.
Yeah,
If I'm being honest.
I mean,
because some of those
especially
bosses are
on a
beautiful.
especially on a portable console when you pick up and play. One last thing I just remembered that's in the direct though that I did want to talk about before we leave. How funny is it that they put Fortnite in the direct?
They did.
Like, yeah, it was
that.
it was in the scissor reel.
Was
like-
it? Are you sure?
Yes, I've got it up on my screen now. Go to
I mean, I definitely would have zoned out, but
Yeah.
you know,
go to 5106.
the only part of the sizzle reel I paid attention to
Silk Song?
was Silk Song, at which point my neurons activated, and that was all I needed to see.
Yeah, go to 5106.
5106. Yeah, let me just pull it up again. 5106. 50. Hold on a sec.
How long does it take you to get?
Oh yeah,
Like,
damn.
I just find it funny that they put it in like the big Switch 2 presentation.
It's like, wow,
Same as like
so
Ridge.
cool.
The new Professor Layton looks interesting. I've never played a Professor Layton game, but I want to get into them.
Oh yeah, was that in the sizzle reel?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
I hope the new one's good because I know people were pretty excited about it.
that's about it, I think. I mean, we've gone through the whole direct now. We've discussed what we want to. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah. I can't think of much off the top of my head. Out of 10, what would you give the direct?
Like a solid 9 from like Air Riders alone, honestly.
The biggest problems I have with the direct is all of the stuff that's come out after it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like the stuff it didn't show rather than what it did show.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to go back to the direct we got a week beforehand as well. Tomodachi Life 3. Oh my god.
We should probably talk about that a little bit.
I mean,
should
the only like
we do?
even remotely interesting things we got from that direct was Tomodachi Life 3 and A New Rhythm Heaven. I'm excited for both. I love Rhythm
There
Heaven
was something
and I
else,
love
wasn't
Tomodachi
there?
Life.
What was
There
there something else that we're missing?
was. I
What
can't
was it? I can't think of it.
remember because I don't care.
Can you pull up the list of things announced? Oh, wait, Metroid Prime 4, that's what it was.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, like,
And then that was it, yeah.
yeah. Do you think Rhythm Heaven and Tomodachi Life are going to get Switch 2 editions?
No. No, I don't think there's enough. Okay, it's sort of weird. I think simultaneously there's not enough there, but also not much they could add.
I think Tomodachi Life living the dream will purely so, like, we've seen, like, the island looks a lot more in depth, and I think
I mean,
they're going to be
hold on, let's look
restricted.
at
They're going to be restricted with like how many Mii's and stuff they can have interacting at once because of system limitations. I think they're going to have a Switch 2
Yeah,
edition purely so they can have more Mii's.
maybe? Yes.
And like
I
maybe
do not know.
maybe they'll even have the Switch 2 edition that's like compatible with the camera for the facial scanning, compatible with they could even do like voice matching with the microphone so you can have like a more accurate voice so you don't have to go through all the sliders yourself.
That's a thing that you can do?
Well, that's not in the original, but I'm saying that's something they could add theoretically.
Huh. That's cool.
Because like you know, like the whole customizable voice thing.
Well, I didn't until you told me about it. That's what I was.
You really need to play Tomodachi Life. It is such a cozy game.
I'm
mean,
not big on cozy games.
I play my 3DS at least once a week nowadays, purely because of Tomodachi Life. Like, it is pretty much the only game other than Kirby that I play on it.
You should get A Link Between Worlds because it is the best Zelda.
Maybe. I thought you would have said Breath of the Wild's the best Zelda.
It is my favorite. However, A Link Between Worlds is what I would say is
So
probably
it's like objective
from a
versus
more
subjective.
I think A Link Between Worlds is objectively one of the best Zelda games ever made
Yeah.
because it innovates on the formula while doing like a lot of new stuff, but also doing it in a familiar setting with new cool changes and
It's like the same
cool
way that like I think
It's like Tears of the Kingdom if it was good.
Yeah, it's like the same way I think subjectively Planet Robot is my favorite Kirby game, but objectively I think Kirby 64 is probably the best.
Yeah. There's heaps of these like objective versus subjective
Yeah.
arguments we could have.
Honestly, we could even do a whole video on that.
I would not be opposed to that. For example.
But yeah, let's leave it there for today for the video. I mean, we've gone close to 2 hours of footage.
Yeah.
From
Good luck editing that, by the way.
Look, it won't be too bad because I'm not cutting most of it out. So,
Good.
yeah.
Were you recording when I left, or?
No, I paused the recording for that.
Okay, cool.
No, I actually just left the recording running. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and everything. Next video, I know for a fact what the next video is going to be because I already recorded it. It's me. Pixelguy9 isn't going to be there because he refused to join despite we kept inviting him. But we recorded. It's called Supermarket Together. It's like this dumb supermarket building game. I did it with a few other friends. You're gonna meet the other people from this channel instead of me, just me and Pixelguy9. So that's exciting.
There's people other than me.
Yeah, not everything's about you, dude.
I know, but I.
And it might even be another video after that without him as well, because he's in, you know, oh look, I'm going to Europe. I'm so cool. I wanted to go to Europe, but yeah. Yeah.
Are we gonna do a Smash Bros? I mean, I don't like promising video ideas because every time
because you
I do
never
that,
make
it doesn't
them.
end up happening.
I make
Yeah,
videos.
I know.
That's the difference.
Do we want to commit to a Smash Bros roster video
Yeah.
where we pitch ideas for a new.
I feel like that's when we
Switch
should. I feel like that's when we should record in person, so we can have the capture card going with actual Smash footage.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good idea.
But yeah, so thank you for watching. And yeah, it shouldn't be too much longer to that next video either, because I have all the footage down. I just need to edit it essentially. So thank you for watching, everyone, and we will see you.
Try not to tear us to shreds in the comments too much, please.
Yeah, and if you do, target
You can
him,
do it a little
target
bit.
Pixelguy9 specifically, because
I had
it's funny.
exclusively good takes in this video. All right, I had exclusively good takes.
Sure you did, buddy. Sure you did.